this program about Joshua and the legendary battle of Jerhico. Now, Joshua, you may recall, was the man God selected to lead the people of Israel into the Promised Land. I've always thought it strange that Moses wasn't granted that privilege. After all, it was he who led the people out of Egypt and gave them the 10 Commandments. What's more, he'd guided them through the wilderness for 40 years. If there's one consistent theme in the Bible, of course, it's that God has his own reasons for doing what he does. Here men are not to question his actions, they must simply abide by his laws. Moses ultimately understands this and quietly accepts his fate. Your destiny is to finish the work I began, he tells Joshua. I am the past, you are the future. Exactly what the future will hold for the Israelites, no one knows. It's clear that they will at last be allowed to cross over Jordan and enter the Promised Land. But God will not allow them to settle down to a peaceful existence. They must prove themselves yet again by conquering the non-believers who still inhabit the region. When Joshua realizes what must be accomplished, he's concerned. Gazing across the River Jordan at the city of Jerhico, he can't imagine how the Israelites can launch a successful invasion. But while Joshua lacks faith in himself, he never lacks faith in God. And when the Lord gives the young leader a detailed plan of attack, Joshua executes it without hesitation. Before they can even reach Jerhico, the Israelites must cross the Jordan. This in itself seems to be an impossible task, and there are those serving under Joshua who question how it can be accomplished. Joshua's answer reflects the central theme of the Bible. Trust in the Lord, he will make it happen. Joshua is right. In a dramatic moment that parallels the parting of the Red Sea, God forces the river to flow back upstream until dry ground is exposed. In spite of this miraculous event, an Israelite named Achan continues to question Joshua's plan. But Joshua perseveres. What happens next is unusual, to say the least. Acting on instructions from God, Joshua informs the people that there will be no direct assault on the city. Instead, they will march around the city for 6 days. Then, on the 7th day, when the priests blow their trumpets, the people will shout. And at the sound of their voices, the walls of Jerhico will fall down flat. When the Israelites begin their strange ritual, the inhabitants of Jerhico conclude that they must be fools. They soon realize, of course, how badly they've misjudged the situation. When the people raise their voices, just as Joshua had instructed them to do, the walls do indeed come a-tumbling down. To this day, it's possible to visit the remains of Jerhico, and archaeologists have found evidence to suggest that the walls did, in fact, collapse. Now, whether their destruction was caused by an earthquake or by some other natural phenomenon, no one can say. Personally, I like the biblical version. And by the end of this program, I think you'll agree that it's a story of extraordinary power. So, let's get started. Your guide as you travel back to the banks of the Jordan and to the ancient city of Jerhico will be my friend Simon. You'll be meeting him very soon. But now it's time for me to bid you farewell. I'll see you again soon. Until then, peace be with you.
Behind us in the sand, 40 years of hope. some of us believe it's just a wild goose chase.
Could this be it? Have we finally reached the promised land?
Is this the place, Moses? Are we here?
Yes, child. Beyond this river called Jordan lies the promised land. After 40 years of wandering, he has delivered us unto the promised land. Praise the Lord. Now we can rest. There's no rest for us, Eliezer. We must fight to possess the promised land. Fight who? The Canaanites, Achan. They won't give up all this without a fight.
You took us out of Egypt to be slaughtered by Canaanites?
Perhaps God wishes to test us, Abdi.
So the Israelites camped on the east bank of the Jordan in the land of Moab and waited. Meanwhile, Moses summoned the entire nation of Israel to hear the words of the Lord.
Hear, O Israel, the words of the Lord your God. You have seen the wonders of the Lord time and time again. He delivered us from Egyptian slavery and sustained us in the desert and given you his commandments, which you must obey. Now he leads you to the promised land. Be not tempted by evil, for if you break the Lord's covenant, he will take the promised land away and divide us. But if you keep his commandments, you shall live and prosper there. The Lord has told me, I shall not enter the promised land.
Who's going to lead us if not you?
Fear not, for the Lord has chosen who will lead you against your enemies. Stand forth, Joshua, son of Nun, for the Lord is with you. Joshua is not fit to lead. Wonderful, your time has come.
Yes, Othniel. Wonderful.
I knew it, old friend.
The time has come, Joshua, for you to lead your people.
Achan's not pleased. There could be trouble.
Achan's all talk. Besides, everyone believes in Joshua.
Except Joshua. Why me, Moses?
I asked myself that same question 40 years ago. Don't worry, Joshua. As God was with me, so shall he be with you.
Moses, aren't you returning to the camp?
My path lies in a different direction. But your destiny is to finish the work I began. I am the past, Joshua. You are the future.
So Moses climbed Mount Nebo to be with the Lord, leaving Joshua to lead the Israelites.
Finally, Caleb, the moment we've been waiting for. Joshua, our commander, the new patriarch, leading us into the glory of battle.
You only think battle is glorious because you've never been in one.
You'll get that chance soon enough, Othniel. For now, all we need is a good night's rest.
But now is the time to prepare for battle.
A bit anxious, isn't he?
As we were 20 years ago.
Joshua, tell us, what's our first move?
I see your new appointment hasn't spoiled your appetite.
I'm the same man I've always been, Caleb. No better, no worse than I was yesterday.
Something's wrong. I'll talk to him. What are you worried about? The River Jordan?
The city, Jerhico.